let's introduce topic 5 business communication skills, which is oral communication. Oral is something that is done with the mouth. So, in business life, you will probably spend much of your time talking. There are no limits to what we can communicate without the help of language or without the help of the tongue. So often, if you want to discuss past events, ideas, obstructions, or imaginations, you need words or symbols that stand for your thoughts arranged in meaningful patterns in order for your message to be delivered. So, oral communication is part of the day to day business activities. Yeah, it's very rare to communicate without using your mouth. Yeah, you can use written communication, but it is sometimes accompanied by oral communication. Even non-verbal communication can be accompanied with oral communication. So it is part of the day-to-day business activities, or it is part of life. In oral communication, the message is eventually transmitted in spoken form, hoping that someone will hear what you want to actually put across and they'll be able to understand you. Oral communication can be over a telephone or face to face. Oral communication is known as communication by word of mouth. You must be saying something. That's what we call oral. Oral communication may be in form of a conversation, it can be a telephone conversation or a face-to-face conversation. It can be an interview as long as someone is speaking, that's oral. Then it can be a training session, it can be a conference or a seminar, it can be a gossip in the lift, it can be you meet someone by chance in the corridor and then you start talking, among others. And you should know that oral communication can take place between two or more people. It can be two or more people, though sometimes people talk to themselves. Yeah, but it's either between two or more people. And it can be planned or incidental. You can plan to have maybe a presentation. Or you just meet someone by chance and then you start talking. So it can be planned or incidental, then it can be formal or informal. Why would one choose oral communication? Let's look at the advantages of oral communication. Or why would one choose oral communication over any other way of communicating, let's say written communication and verbal? So, first is that it makes it possible to interchange and get immediate feedback and spontaneous thinking. Like maybe you're having a conversation with someone face to face, you are talking or you're asking something and they reply immediately. So there is immediate feedback when it comes to oral communication. Another reason is that people can ask questions and then clarify points. In case anything is not clear to the audience, they can ask for explanations, and explanations can always be made when it comes to oral communication, since it is something that is real time. Then another reason is that it is direct, simple, time saving, and then least expensive. It's rare to pay someone just to talk. So talking is free. So it's direct, simple, and then time saving and also least expensive compared to other ways of communicating, let's say written communication. Yeah, you write a letter, it involves stationery. You must be having a pen, a paper, and all that. Then it conveys personal warmth and then friendliness because of the personalized contact. Like some people feel so comfortable talking to someone face to face than maybe using other ways of communicating, let's say using WhatsApp. So It brings that comfort or personal warmth and friendliness. Then any misunderstandings can be cleared immediately. Then it serves as evidence of events and then proceedings in case the oral communication is recorded. Let's look at the disadvantages of oral communication. First is that spontaneous responses may not be carefully thought about, and this means that a wrong feedback may be transmitted if someone doesn't think before speaking. You get immediate feedback, but they do not take enough time to think. So you may get wrong feedback actually. Then different meaning may be conveyed by the manner of speaking or the tone or the voice and then the facial expression. So you may be saying something, but then someone is getting it some other way. So it depends on the tone, the way someone is speaking, plus the body language. You may say, I am fine. But when you're sad, when you are crying, so different meaning may be conveyed by the manner of speaking, the tone of voice, and then the facial expression. The spirit of authority cannot be transmitted effectively in verbal communication. Yes, well, like when you're ordering something, it's very hard to do it using verbal communication, but it can be easily done using written communication. Maybe you write a letter to someone or you write an email. It gives that spirit of authority. But for verbal communication, it's hard. Lengthy and distant communication can't be effectively conveyed verbally if you are here and then you are talking to someone who is like 10 kilometers away. They won't hear you. Then organizing meetings because speaking during the meeting is oral communication. So meetings can be costly in terms of time and then the organization's money. Then are the higher chances of distorting the meaning of the message if the hierarchy is to be followed. So you may tell someone something and they misunderstand it and they think you are meaning something. So the higher chances of distorting the meaning of the message when it comes to